got my Nikon Coolpix L6 on December 25th, 2006. It was my faithful companion for almost 8 years. Our first big adventure was this one: Rome, Italy. The first time I saw a smart car, I was fascinated. So small, so toy-like, I never imagined that in a few years the tiny little things would be driving right along next to me. The Colosseum was smaller than expected, smack in the middle of the city, surrounded by cars and people. It was hard to believe that once this was an entertainment center. The Alps, on the other hand, make even a city as ancient as Rome seem small and insignificant. When I think of my first big adventure, I think of this moment, flying over the Alps and marveling. Like the Alps, it's hard to believe that a place like this really exists. But in Costa Rica, lagoons are real, and tropical flowers grow wild. My L6 had its moments of frustration, but two things it could nail: close-ups and breathtaking sunsets. When I remember Costa Rica, I remember this: a small harbor and a glorious golden ocean. Likewise, the Downs in England. It's hard to explain how grass and trees across the Atlantic can feel so different from grass and trees at home, but they do. Oxford was one of my favorite places in England. This place is the reason why. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis frequented the Eagle and Child pub, and I have been there. By the way, when you think of knights and sieges, you're thinking of Dover Castle. Imposing, massive, it stands over white chalk cliffs, and on a clear day you can see from its walls the coast of France. I didn't know it then when I was zooming my L6 in to its fullest capacity, but one day I would be on the other side of the channel, thoroughly amused that in the shadow of Notre Dame there's a bookstore called Shakespeare & Company. Proof positive that Shakespeare is one of the greatest playwrights and poets of all time. But when you think of Paris, this is probably one of the things that comes to mind. Notre Dame towers over its square, and if you can get back here, you can find your way to wherever you need to go. The other Parisian landmark you might be thinking of is this one, and it is massive. The Eiffel Tower is, of course, a major tourist destination, and the line to climb to the top is very, very long, but the view is well worth the wait. 4 countries, thousands of pictures, it's the end of an era. My L6 has seen its last adventure. I didn't know it at the time, but this picture would become one of my favorites. Taken in Sussex, England, on May 24, 2009, this is my invitation to adventure, to always wonder what's on the other side of the wall, and take the opportunity to find out. When my L6 died, I got another Nikon Coolpix, the AW120. It feels strange in my hand, probably because it hasn't been in my hand for an adventure.